2-2 day on the Boatyard Bar and Grill film boat with Bruce and Ashley. That's race 2 of series 2 of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night racing, to be exact. And we are going to start off with something completely different this evening, so buckle up. You may be used to seeing the outside course, maybe even the inside course, but there is a third course every single Wednesday night that is the club start. The Herreshoff 12.5 start right off the deck of the club with a 3-minute sequence. The usual faces at the top of the heap include Peter King's Emma Lou, 639, that boat that is closest to the starting line right now. Cindy Weber's Hubcap, 471, but never ever count out Pot of Gold and Dottie K. You may notice this boat class isn't quite one design. Some have the gaff rig, some have the cat, but they all just love working on their boats and being out here racing. .263 is hot on the heels. It's Terry Otis on Pot of Gold. But it's always Cindy Weber and Peter King right at the front, and Cindy's hubcap is catching a shift. These boats typically race an out and back course, so they'll have a little scenic tour before returning to their finish in front of the Annapolis Yacht Club. You got the big boats out in the river. You got Spa Creek with the Herreshoffs, and the Harbor 20s are up the Severn, right next to the Naval Academy. The Harbor 20 fleet starts soon. Real soon. Last week, the Podlick Trogdon Syndicate aboard Skimmer won the race.
The syndicate. How many people are in that syndicate there, Ashley?
Well, 2 are listed, but as you can see, some people race with 3. The Harbor 20s have a very civilized rule. They have to sail with their cushions in place. It's always comfortable. Merlin, owned and sailed by Ward Anderson, has really launched this race. They played the left side. And we get to the outside course where the J80s are about to go into their start. More Cowbell, skippered by Katja Sertel, won last week. They are 10 boats strong. This series might be young, but the sailing is classic. Sailing with friends in a competitive situation on a weeknight. Gosh, does it get any better? Even though the starting line is long, some have trouble finding a way to the line. 15 seconds left. That green pin at the other end is the other end of the starting line with a true upwind start in a beautiful southerly.
Ooh.
Avenger might be in trouble. Can they dip?
Not them.
3-3. Up next, the Sonars, all owned by the Annapolis Yacht Club and chartered by members throughout the season. Chris Bell aboard sail number 14 has been quite successful in this fleet, winning the first series and last week's race.
I like this move, Ashley.
Yes,
Skybird.
Skybird. The Allberg 30
Oh, they're
weaving their way into the starting line.
They bailed out on that hard barge.
They really did. There's 6 boats in this perf class, and they are just as competitive as any of the other ones. Ronan is going to sneak it in here. Off they go.
That's not going to
You
work.
were worried that we missed the J105 start, weren't you? But they had a general recall, which sent their start right around to the back. That's an individual recall. They're going to let this start happen.
It's going to be a lot of numbers.
Yep, individual. That's going to be quite a few numbers. 7 boats, OCS, which is good news for Doghouse because they had about a 3rd row start at the very favored boat end. Bremer, Carter, and Libby Syndicate. We've caught up with the Sonar fleet, 7 boats strong on a B1 course out to Hackett's and then back home. The J80s are on their upwind leg out to Mark D by R2, and Outlaws is playing the left. But Ramsey Benura's stacked deck and Anthony Flake's Snowstorm are making the right look quite nice. Riot, the newest J80 to the scene. Around this top mark to starboard, it's a spinnaker set to go home. We have a very special guest aboard tonight. Introduce yourself.
My name is Brooks Crawford, and I sail for the Annapolis Yacht Club Junior Sailing. Thank you so much for having me aboard tonight.
What do you like about sailing?
Just really like enjoying it, going over the whole world, sailing with different competitors, meeting new friends, and just like the joy of, having fun and big events. It's awesome.
Very cool. What's been your favorite part about tonight?
Tonight, really my favorite part has been going fast, but I do really like seeing some boats like the Sonars and the J105s and seeing how such big boats can go so fast.
It's a bit too tight of a turn to keep that foresail up, so Ippen is doing a drop. Maybe they'll try to fly. No, they got 2 bowmen right at the front. Steve Young and Zach Behan run a J109 for the Patriot program, made up of all veterans, trailing in Foxy in ORC2. Foxy is a Diva 34 SC owned by James Hayes. They're opting for the low road with Patriot trying to sneak in here. They rate almost exactly the same. Foxy plays some great defense and holds them off. That ended up being a perfect night with that great southerly. What are you going to go tell your friends?
I tell my friends I want to do Wednesday night racing. If they have any available spots, I'd be wonderfully
happy to do it. I mean, in OptiSailor, you probably got all your tactics down. You got all that stuff down.
Yeah.
Anyone needs crew. This guy. Thank you so much for joining us for the Boatyard Bar and Grill for the Annapolis Yacht Club. I'm Ashley Love. We'll catch you next week.